We're heading to the bus station. We're having a hard time actually getting like a really solid answer on whether or not there's a bus from Chișinău to Odessa. So we're gonna head over there and see how that goes for us. So 2 for 1130, 406 total.
Which is the same that she said over there.
All right, we're getting a couple of tickets going for us. Gotta get used to people standing incredibly close to you here too. I'm not sure why they do that. All right. Oh, okay.
5, 6, 6.
5 and 6. And that's platform 1? Platform 1?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You've been very helpful. Have a good day. All right, we just got a couple of tickets. We'll go out here and we'll show you what we got. I had to call that guy out on being so close to me, and once I did, he stepped back. I've noticed that something about people here. It's like a
Not just Moldova.
yeah, it's like a lack
European
of personal space. It's really weird. But here's our tickets. Sorry that video wasn't the best, but we got 400 total, so that's $10 each, roughly, right? 10 euro. And then it looks like she's marked us. Here, let me get this autofocus on if I can. Seats 5 and 6 there. And if you heard her, she was saying it should be either platform 1, 2, or 3. So we'll head back tomorrow a little bit early and make sure we've got the right spot figured out. But that was pretty painless. The woman over there offered a lot of information to help us. Then once we were going to purchase a ticket, she didn't take card, so she sent us to the main building where the woman did take card. And that woman was helpful enough as well and was able to get us our tickets. There was a bit of a translation barrier, but we ended up just writing the time down. She understood that perfectly, and we've got our ticket here for 3/11/2020 at 11:30, and so it looks like we're good to go. All right, we're here in Chișinău, and we are heading to Odessa here shortly. We actually came to this bus station that we're in now. This is the northern bus station here in the city in Republic of Moldova, and we actually got some bus tickets yesterday, so we're all set about that, but I'll spin the camera around real quick and show you the main lobby here in the bus station. There's a big board here giving times. I'm not sure how accurate those are. We actually spoke with the woman outside where the platforms are, and she gave us times on this particular bus that we're taking. So she actually wrote me a note, and will you open that for me? And she showed me that there were several times in the morning. So she wrote me this little list here that shows you that in the morning there's actually quite a few buses that head that direction, and then there are some later ones as well. I didn't look into those later ones since we wanted to head out early. We're going to kind of document it the best we can as we go. Hopefully there's a decent view out of the bus window and we can cover it as we go along, but join us, and we're heading to Ukraine. All right, I forgot to get a shot of the outside of the main ticket office over here, so I'm gonna head back over. Looks like they're building some more bus terminals here. Must be, I mean, it's pretty busy right now, but must be pretty busy in general. Looks like they're erecting some more terminals. Wait, let me get around the corner. I'll spin this around. So if you're here and you want to use your credit card, come over to this main office here. And that's where I just was when I started the video, was inside there, and they should be able to ring you up. If you have cash, they can get you a ticket. Actually, over here there's also little spots for to dispense tickets as well. They just won't be able to give you a card. So I'm gonna head back over here to the bus and give you a little bit of view of that area. It's quite crowded, not terribly though. People are, given space, and everyone's pretty chill, so it's not terribly bad. I think the bus that we're taking is already over here. Actually, it's a rather small bus, so I'll give you a shot of that too real quick. All right, I'm pretty sure that bus behind us is ours there. So it's not terribly crowded on this platform, and that gentleman, one of those gentlemen over there actually looked at my receipt and basically pointed at the spot just ahead of us and said, wait here, essentially, I would assume. But we're just hanging out now, waiting to get our big bags loaded, and then we'll get loaded up. I think we have like 20-25 minutes before we leave, so we're just being patient and sitting just here where I assume the bus that we're gonna disembark is parked here, so we'll see. All right, so another hiccup. Thankfully, we had extra cash. When we loaded our bag on the bus, the driver was then asking for money, which is kind of frustrating because we've taken many buses here in Europe, and only a couple of times have they, at the last minute, added a baggage fee after we already paid for and bought our tickets. So I did give him, I think it was 20 lei, so it's roughly $1 for our baggage. I did then go to the counter where they sold the ticket and make sure that he wasn't just taking advantage of me, and in fact there is a baggage fee that wasn't presented online or by the ticket vendor. So don't be surprised when all of a sudden there's an extra fee for your baggage. So make sure you keep a couple of lei or whatever the currency of the country that you're in, just in case they want to charge you a little extra for the bag. But yeah, we're still here. There's just tons of buses waiting here for the later trips in the day, I guess, and we should be leaving pretty soon. There's a little bit of view of the countryside as we go along. We're just still heading towards the border so we can do the border crossing out of Moldova and then the border crossing into Ukraine. But I just figured I would get some of this villages and things as we go along, some of this countryside. We've actually met a couple of gentlemen that were here in Moldova, so we're pretty engaged with one of them, sharing stories and kind of just seeing how their journey's been versus ours. But yeah, I'll try to get some more views as we go along later. Alright, as you can see, the bus is pretty empty. We're just still cruising along, and we've stopped and picked up a couple people, but still pretty empty. We just passed by a pretty big farm that actually looked like it had a bunch of maybe like apple blossoms or something going. So different farmland as we go along. A lot of farmers out. Looks like they're getting their plots ready for the spring and summer to come.
The city itself was really cool, but yeah, we didn't.
All right, we just stopped here. I'm actually not sure what this little city is, but the driver has abandoned us. I think he's headed over this way. But this is just another bus stop as we go, and I haven't seen too many people get on the bus. Maybe we've gained a passenger, lost a passenger, so it hasn't gotten much busier, but this little town here as we go along.
In the whole of Mexico without being overpopulated.
Yes, that's why the whole immigration hits me so much, because we have so many resources.
A little bit of these houses as we go along. Looks like they have some different wood type roofs, but I'm curious what these little peaks are. These things there, kind of a repetition as we go along on the houses. Alright, that gentleman actually just boarded the bus and took our temperature.
Yeah, it took.
Yeah, so we just went to the border. It took a little bit longer than our average border crossing. They did, I think I should be able to throw that brief clip on where that guy came on and checked our temperature. We just left the Republic of Moldova side, and we still need to go through the Ukrainian side, so maybe after we exit out that side, I'll let you know of our experience on that side. Right?
It's a calm day.
So not that I can get any of that. I don't think those weeds and stuff are a little tall, but man, there's just tons of people out here fishing today. It's not exactly the sunniest day, but it's nice. It's not too cold. It's not raining. But you see all these guys just along the riverbed over there. I bet if I jumped on Google Maps, I could tell you what river it was. I'd probably pronounce it incorrectly, but yeah, everyone's just kind of chilling, getting their fishing on. Looks like some people are actually having barbecues. Some people even look like they have little shacks over there. So I'm assuming this is probably a hell of a spot in the summertime. This is probably where everyone comes to do their camping. So I just realized after we crossed the Ukraine border, I didn't jump back on here, but an update, they must have given us our visa for entry here, because I do have it in my passport, when we were actually at the only stop we took where we actually interacted with border agents. So after they came back, when we were at the Moldovan side, I did have our visa, and then when we actually crossed the border into Ukraine, the guards just kind of looked at the slip of paper that the driver gave them, and then they let us through, and they were just kind of standing in the road, and they were armed and just kind of making sure everything was all good. And then we did stop quickly, and then someone like looked at the bags in the back, making sure maybe there wasn't any people back there, and then we went on our way. So it wasn't like we exited one and then entered another. It was kind of like an all-in-one stop. Very easy. They came on, like I was saying, with the guy with the checking our temperature, he took all our passports. They brought them back after we were all good to go, and then sent us on our way. So yeah, we're in Ukraine now, just heading towards our destination in Odessa. I think it's like a 45-minute ride, and just little stuff as we go along here out the window. Alright, as you can see, we've switched to a Cyrillic alphabet here and all these shops and stuff, so it's going to be a little bit more challenging for us as we go along. We've been in Latin-based countries. The language has been, you know, reasonably easy for us to understand, and or at least to be able to read maps and different signs and things as we go along. Yeah, just a little bit as we go along. Churches and things out there. Looks like a big fire out there somewhere.
Canadian American. But yeah, he's Chinese.
Don't know if there's too much left to view as we go along. We got to be getting pretty close to the stop here, but just a little bit of Odessa as we go along. Looks like your average city. Looks like we passed a few hotels, a lot of businesses. I'm not sure exactly how far we are from the sea where we are here, but we got to be pretty damn close. But yeah, should be getting to the bus stop soon. Alright guys, we've actually left the bus stop. It is just over there, and we've just gotten dropped here in Odessa. We just actually went and grabbed ourselves a SIM card, so we now have the internet. We are getting a Uber call so we can get to our Airbnb, which is in the Arcadia area, which is a bit away from the, I'll say the center. I don't know if this is the center. But as far as our bus went, it was awesome. Like, the ride was really smooth. Not literally, but figuratively speaking, there we go, huh? Mm-hmm. But it was a little bumpy, but it wasn't so bad. The seats were actually pretty comfortable. What do you think of the ride, babe?
You know, I liked the ride. We actually had some common tongue travelers with us, so we got to chit chat a bit.
We met these cats. You may have heard them chatting with Rachel as we were going along, but what she was saying was, go ahead. Just that we had met them.
Yeah, we just met them and got to actually talk and have conversation with people. He was Irish, so... Yeah,
and his friend was English, but his friend was a bit more, I'm going to tuck in the back and put on my headphones. But it was awesome speaking to him because the time flew by. No issues at the border. I was a little nervous as, you know how we travel with cannabis sometimes, but no issues there. They zipped us right through. I mean, it was like 15-20 minutes, so... in consideration, we didn't have to enter or exit and then enter. It was kind of like an all-in-one stop. That makes sense why it took a little longer. But yeah, the trip was great. I don't know if it was long enough necessarily that I had issues with the bathroom break. There was a bathroom at the spot where we crossed the border, so we were able to just hop out and use the restroom quick enough. Yeah, I mean, I recommend taking a bus. It's not terrible. There's trains and stuff at night, but maybe...
Or on the weekends.
Yeah,
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday there's a train to Odessa.
But other than that, like, the buses come out of that northern bus stop there in where we were frequently enough that you'll be able to find yourself a ride. But yeah, we're going to get going and call into this video. I know I didn't get much because, like I said, we were speaking with that gentleman. It's always nice to have fluent conversations when you can, so you take advantage when you're in foreign countries. I think it's good, maybe even for just Rachel and I, to engage with somebody else that's not one or the two of us, and we can get, you know, maybe different input, or just to be able to engage in conversation than outside of what we would usually have. So But yeah, I'm actually gonna keep this rolling while the trolley goes by as I say goodbye to you guys. But it was very enjoyable, and thanks for coming along. Sorry I didn't get more views out the windows, but the ride itself was great, and thanks for watching.